E-learning with NUT Endomoder Science School, Mina.
Hi, good day all. I hope you're fine and staying safe at home. Well, please stay safe and stay engaged. Welcome to today's lesson. I am Ernest Emmanuel. Now, we'll be looking at this. Yes, you can see Mr. Ab and who are we going to name this? Let's say this is Victor, right? This is Victor. Now, can you see what Mr. Ab is saying? All right. Observe this and listen carefully. You, come here. Today you will regret the day you were born. And Ab is responding, I'm sorry. Now, look at the situation. What do you think is the, what do you think is the attitude of Mr. Ab? And what do you think is the reaction of Victor? Now, I would like you to get your papers, get your books, because we are going to do some analysis. So analyze this yourself. With such attitude expressed by Mr. Ab, what do you think Mr. Ab, what state of mind do you think Mr. Ab is? What is his state of mind? And from the behavior, you can see the way Victor's mouth is. And from the way he responded, what do you think Victor is feeling? Or what do you think is his reaction? All right. Now, do you have an idea of what we are going to, or what we're about to discuss? Yes. All right. If you don't, or if you have, is it related to this? We are looking at a topic titled Reading, Understanding Tone and Mood. Understanding tone and mood. And in this lesson, you will learn to do the following. First, you will learn to define tone and mood in writing and reading. Second, you will learn some words used to describe tone and mood. And lastly, you will learn to differentiate tone and mood. Now, I would like you to go get your dictionary because, yes, there are going to be word search and so lot of it, okay? All right. First, who has an idea of what a tone is or what a mood is? From the example earlier, you notice that the tone of what Mr. Ab was what? Did you say angry? Yes, his tone was angry. The manner in which he spoke to Victor was with an angry tone. You understand? And the manner in which Victor responded, his mood was that of what? Fear. You understand? What have I done today? What did I do to Mr. Ab? You understand? But we'll look further to differentiate tone and mood. All right, I believe you have a dictionary with you. Let's go. First, what is tone? Tone is the author's attitude about their topic, characters, or audience. The attitude about their topic, characters, or audience. Now, you must have it at the back of your mind. First, tone deals with the author, that is the writer. The attitude, what is the state of mind of the writer when he or she was writing that particular word, text. So the attitude of what the writer is the tone. That is, as he wrote, in what manner did he try to express himself? Is it in a happy mood, in a happy manner? Is it in a sad manner? The attitude that he wrote towards that topic is what is referred to as what? Tone. Now, you see tone develop through author's choice of words. Now, you can know an author's tone from the choice of words he chooses or he uses. You can you can see it sometimes through the author's opinion on the topic. Well, as we go further, you better understand. But first, you must know that tone deals with what? It deals with the author. It is the author that what expresses tone in writing, and that is all about his attitude. So from when you read a text, when you read a story, whatever you read, you realize that some common words might be are being used. These express what? They express the tone or the attitude of the word of the author. Now, examples of words to describe tone. As I said, get your dictionary. I would like you to get the meaning of these words. Yes, write the words down. Write them down and get their meaning. That is the first exercise I would like you to do. And I believe that when you do this, you understand why these are words used to describe what? Tone. Make sure you do this, please, because I'm going to see it in your notebooks. All right. Some of the words to describe tone, we have angry, humorous, light, horror, clear, amused, formal, gloomy, resigned, playful, sad, serious, witty, matter of fact, ironic, pessimistic, pompous, informal, cheerful, pitiful, sympathetic, optimistic, and so on. Now, when you do a proper research on words used to describe tone, you will have lots of them. A ton of them. Or these are just few that I've been given for example. So please check them up and let's know their meaning. All right. What about mood? If tone deals with the attitude of the author, what is mood? Mood is the feeling the reader gets from reading the text. It affects the reader. Yes, you're surprised. Now, that mood you get when you, okay, let me use a movie. That movie you get when you watch a movie, that movie you get when you read a text, at the end, that feeling you get is what is referred to as mood. The feeling the reader gets from reading the text. What affects the reader after he has read the text is referred to as mood. You see mood developed through the setting and the atmosphere of the text or story. If the story ended probably with your best character being killed, how are you going to feel? You're going to feel sad, isn't it? Yes. What about if your mood ended with probably two funny characters living happily ever after? Yes, your mood is going to be happy, or you're going to be entertained. So all these have to deal with what? The reader. Mood affects the reader while tone does what? Tone affects the what? The writer. Well, we say tone is to the writer, mood is to the what? Reader. So what's that feeling you get after reading something, a text or a story, or after watching a movie or a cartoon, is what is referred to as what? A mood. All right, let us look at some examples of words to describe mood. Now, some words used to describe mood are very similar to that used to describe tone. Okay, so when you come across some of them like that, do not be confused. Yeah, some of them are what? They are closely related, or you can still find some words in mood and at the same time in tone. So do same as you did in the words used to describe mood and tone. Do same here. Get some of these words that are not there, and also check up their meaning in the dictionary so that you would know how best to use them or how they are being used. All right, let us move on. Please make sure you do this. Okay, let us read this short passage. Let us read this short passage. Now, as before we read, I want you to have this lesson in mind. Okay, we are looking at tone and mood. Let me see your mood at the end of this short passage. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, read. Title: Smartest Man in the World. A doctor, a lawyer, a little boy, and a priest were out for a Sunday afternoon flight on a small private plane. Suddenly, the plane developed engine trouble. In spite of the best efforts of the pilots, the plane started to go down. Finally, the pilot grabbed a parachute and yelled to the passengers that they better jump, and he himself bailed out. Unfortunately, there were only 3 parachutes remaining. The doctor grabbed one and said, "I am a doctor, I save lives, so I must leave," and jumped out. The lawyer then said, "I am a lawyer, and lawyers are the smartest people in the world. I deserve to leave." He also grabbed the parachute and jumped. The priest looked at the little boy and said, "My son, I have lived a long and full life. You are young and have your whole life ahead of you. Take the last parachute and live in peace." The little boy handed the parachute back to the priest and said, "Not to worry, father. The smartest man in the world just took off with my backpack." Whoa. Now, what do you observe? What can you observe? What was your mood at the end of this short passage? All right. You can go through the passage again, personally, and let's attempt this. Let's attempt this question. Now, what do you think? Look at this question. How would you describe the tone? That is the attitude of this author. The attitude of the author. How do you describe it? A, is it ironic? B, is it angry? C, is it sad? Well, what is your answer? Okay, let me give you a tip. Look at the evidence. The lawyer then said, "I am a lawyer, and lawyers are the smartest people in the world. I deserve to leave." So what do you think is your answer? I just gave you an evidence. All right. Our answer is A, ironic. Ironic is the correct answer. Now, if you have checked up those words in the dictionary, you realize that when we say the author's mood is ironic, is that it is it is like the opposite of the meaning of what he actually wrote. We are looking at the smartest man in the world as the title of what? Of the passage. But the act displayed by the lawyer, is it an act of smartness or an act of what? Foolishness. You understand? The lawyer then said, "I am a lawyer and lawyers are the smartest people in the world. I deserve to leave." So the author of the attitude of the author, of this author in this passage is what? Ironic. Opposite probably to what he or what is meant. The lawyer himself is what? Is opposite of what he actually said he is. He said, "I am the smartest. They are the smartest people in the world." But from all indication, it just showed that the lawyer was very foolish. So that is the tone of what? The author in this passage. Let us look at the next question. The next question. How would you describe the mood, feeling of this passage? That is the feeling. After you read, how did you feel? How did you feel? Okay, let me give you an evidence example. Did you feel joy? First, let us look at the options. Joyous, humorous, or sad? C. Evidence. Not to worry, father. The smartest man in the world just took off with my backpack. That's a hint. So what do you think? How would you describe the mood of this passage? Well, the mood is what? Humorous. Humorous. How? Because look at this. After all the story, you realize that after you read, you will laugh at the foolishness of what? You laugh at the foolishness of the lawyer. You understand? You laugh at the foolishness of the lawyer. Not to worry, father. Look at what the kid said. The smartest man in the world just took off with my backpack. Yes, sad as it may be, but it's funny. It's sad in a funny way. Do you understand? It's sad in a funny way. And that is why the correct answer is what? Humorous. Alright. Now, because we have done this, I would like us to also personally attempt this by ourselves. This was just for example, and I've actually given you answers and also reasons for the answers. I think it is the right time for you to also try yours and see how well you've understood tone and mood in reading. So you're going to read this and you answer the questions that follow. Activity: my first day at secondary school. Can we read it together? So that as you read, probably you begin to understand the tone and the mood before you do your own personal reading. My name is John. My first day at school was an eventful one. As it is natural for every student to remember the first day at school, I can remember vividly the things that happened. It was my father who prepared the way for my admission to the school. He collected the admission forms and my mother filled them in. I wrote the entrance examination some 4 weeks afterwards. The results were released and my name was first on the list of successful candidates. My sisters and parents were very happy. When I had been enrolled as a student, I went to my class. The class teacher asked for my name, home address, and age. I answered quickly. She was impressed, so she patted me on my back. Her kind behavior soothed my feelings. So, you're going to read this again and you answer the questions that follow. Question 1. The attitude of the author is said to be the tone. Yes. From the passage read, what 3 words show the writer's tone? Question 2. What is your mood on the passage? Give your answer with evidence. And question 3. What other word or phrase can replace each of the underlined words as used in the passage? If you read the passage, you realize that there are some underlined words. So what words can replace each of the underlined words as used in the passage? Look for that. Thank you for your participation, and I hope this lesson has been beneficial. Let us look forward for our next class. Thank you and have a great day ahead. Bye.